The relevance
Arnab,
No, let her complete. Let her complete. I said Kamal Farooqi is responding to her. Kamal Farooqi is responding to her. No, you want to say Kamal Farooqi will respond to her. Yeah, complete. She has to be allowed to complete.
What I say.
Let her complete.
You can already see BJP playing politics.
Let me
politics of rights cannot continue in this country, and Hindus cannot be treated differently than Muslims. Everyone has to be treated similarly. There can be no discrimination. I have a very simple point to
give me
make.
a minute to answer.
These are
the reason
law
why
and
the
order
BJP is nervous.
Respond to her.
Kamal Farooqi is responding to her. Kamal Farooqi, I asked a question. Sanjay Jha, you cannot interrupt in this point like this. Sanjay Jha, 1 minute, please. Please, I request you.
The then government was a British government. Today's government is a replica of British government which chooses to ignore and does not give protection to Indians. It chooses to ignore the law and order necessity.
I am reading.
And women are suffering. People are getting looted.
I thought you had a bad throat,
into
but
writing.
it's doing quite well.
I am quoting from a website. I am quoting from a website. Kamal Farooqi will respond. Sanjay Jha, by the way, let me ask.
A Hindu cannot be a person. Is that the view?
1 second. Meenakshi Lekhi, it's not just a Hindu-Muslim issue. I'll tell you why.
No, I'm not saying that is the you see there is a huge intellectual
Arnab,
debate.
you are unfair to us now.
Kamal Farooqi says I'm being unfair to him. Yes, I agree. I have been unfair to you in terms of the dispersal of the time. I concede that. But you see, I'm trying to hold the debate as fairly as possible. Kamal Farooqi's turn to respond to Meenakshi Lekhi. I'm reading from a website which says, just allow me, Kamal Farooqi, I'll take 1 second. It says this would not cover a Shia-Sunni riot in Lucknow, for both are presumably minorities, this anti-communal violence bill. It would not cover a Muslim-Christian communal situation in Kerala, a state where a teacher from one community has his hand chopped off by a militant from another minority community. It would not cover the Kandhamal riots because both the groups were tribals, even if one grants that they were egged on by the Sangh Parivar or other church groups. It would not cover the Bodo Muslim riots in Assam last year for the simple reason that tribals and minorities are both presumed to be victims. Now, this is a logical question to ask.
Minorities.
This is a logical question to ask, Kamal Farooqi.
No, absolutely what you are reading is the wrong interpretation of the whole thing. Number one. Number two, let me tell you one thing, that Ms. Lekhi has been talking about the minority rights in the corporate laws. And she must know it that that in the corporate laws, the minority have got the special rights, and their rights are protected because it is always feared that the majority shareholders will take away the rights of the minority. And by the way, we are the signatory to the International Covenant on the Minority Rights, so they should not feel bad about the minorities. It is the responsibility of the
Does that mean you will eat into the rights of majority on this ground in the name of secularism?
Ms. Lekhi, when you were talking, I was keeping quiet. So you must have at least that kind of decency that you allow me to have it.
No, I am only asking question, Mr. Farooqi.
No, let me complete, then you can ask the question. You can ask the question later on. There is absolutely no issue. So we are a signatory of the International Covenant on the Minorities, which says that we have to protect, it is a right, it is a duty of every state to protect its minorities. Now, as far as this communal violence bill is concerned, this is not the new chapter. This has been going on much before even 2002, much before 1992 and 84, because country has been passing through this communal flare-up on and on, and it is a shame for us that still we are not in a position to cope with it. Why it is happening, we must understand it, because there is no command responsibility. We do not have the...
No, 1 second, please. You know, when your Samajwadi Party government, when your Samajwadi Party government chooses to do nothing and fails in Muzaffarnagar, how can you do the grandstanding on this? And I'm asking you one thing. No, 1 second. I have one question. Kamal Farooqi, one.
I've already told you...
Kamal Farooqi, a question to you.
I've already told you I'm not speaking on behalf of...
Yeah, but I have a question for you and Sanjay Jha. Okay, fine. But I'll let Shahid Siddiqui also come in. One second. Shahid Siddiqui. 1 second. Let's get Shahid Siddiqui in. It's open debate after that. We'll take a break in 5 minutes, come back to the debate. Question to Shahid Siddiqui is, you think today, so suppose somebody says that, you know, you are a member of the majority community. Let's say you are a Hindu, and there has been a communal violence in which you are representing the majority community. And suppose your family gets affected or hurt, or your family members lose their lives, God forbid, or property. And if you're a member of the majority community, do you think, Shahid Siddiqui, there is enough in the existing Indian law to punish those people who have done these things to you? Do you think there is enough provision under the existing law to protect a member of the Hindu community?
Yes, there are enough provisions for both for the majority and minority. Arnab, let me make my point. The Congress, the UPA government has no intention of getting this bill passed. They are going through the motions just to satisfy the minorities and for their vote bank politics. They were not serious about it. If they were serious, then they would have brought it long time back.
You're saying this is drama.
And they did not discuss with.
You're saying this is drama.
Political parties. They did not discuss it with other political parties. Yes, this is a drama.
Let him complete, Sanjay.
Mr. Siddiqui, that means you support the bill at least. Thank you. Better late than never. At least you're supporting the bill.
Let me speak. I've been listening to you.
Sanjay Jha knows nothing about the bill. That's why he's talking about everything other than the bill.
You may disagree. It's your right to disagree. But let me make my point. In the National Integration Council meeting, I had made this point that immediately the government should consult all the states.
Yes.
Immediately they should call a meeting of all the political parties to discuss this bill. But they did not do that because the opposition is not just coming from the BJP. It is also coming from state governments. And we as Muslims do not want to take away any of the rights of the majority. We don't want it to be a majority versus minority. We don't want to come into confrontation.
Are you saying that the Congress party? Are you saying that the Congress party is deliberately trying to draw a Hindu-Muslim divide on this?
Deliberately. Absolutely.
A Hindu-Muslim divide on this using this bill?
Deliberately.
Let me answer him.
No. What they are doing is they are
Mr. Shahid Siddiqui is obviously playing some serious politics here.
Satisfy the minority demand that this bill should be passed. Minority has been demanding this for last 1.5 decades. And they have been promising this in their manifestos.
So then how is it politics? I think you are contradicting yourself with the minority demands it. 1 minute, Mr. Siddiqui. Let me quote you. If the minorities demand it and the Congress party is getting it, how is it politics?
Like the women.
You are talking utter absurdity and rubbish.
This will not be passed.
I dismiss Siddiqui's statement as utter rubbish.
Utter rubbish. Okay, take my question. One second. I have one question.
Let me tell you, Mr. Siddiqui, if the minorities are demanding it and the government is bringing the bill in parliament, how is that politics? Can you please explain that to me?
Will you let me come in? Can I come in?
Mr. Siddiqui, I know you are not speaking the truth. I know you're distorting the truth and you're also aware of that. Let me tell you, the communal violence bill is one that will change the contours of administration when a communal right breaks out in this country. And you also know, Mr. Siddiqui, that the reason why communal riots happen is because the state machinery, because the police is abused. And as far as Mr. Rahul Narvekar is concerned, it is on record that transcripts whereby the Shiv Sena headquarters was influencing the police when the Mumbai riots were on. They know it, and therefore everybody needs to accept that reality.
Mr. Sanjay Jha, unfortunately for you and your party,
questioning your seriousness, Mr. Sanjay, you are befooling, and I know I am speaking the truth.
The Home Minister of India.
That you have no intention.
1 second, 1 minute. I have one statement to make. I have one statement to make. I have
problem is Narendra Modi will give you another interview. Shahid Siddiqui, Narendra Modi will give you another interview for your newspaper.
Now you both calm down. Mr. Siddiqui and Mr. Jha, one second.
Interview from Narendra Modi for his newspaper.
Therefore, you are making this kind of silly allegations.
Mr. Jha and Mr. Shahid Siddiqui, will you let me come in?
Everyone, let Sonia Gandhi give me an interview.
No, I'm not.
I will do it. Why
No, I'm not. I'm just exposing your hypocrisy. I'm just exposing your double standards.
Why they run away from media, Mr. Sanjay?
I'm just exposing your double standards, Mr. Siddiqui.
In a democracy, you should face the media.
Don't worry about it. You stand
And
exposed
I'm ready
today.
to question them.
Don't worry about why the Congress sends me, but you stand exposed today.
1 minute, please, gentlemen.
Don't worry how many interviews I'm going to do.
1 minute, gentlemen. I have 2 minutes to the break.
You are not answering me. The fact is, you do not want the bill to be passed.
I have one question, gentlemen.
Shahid Siddiqui, you haven't read the bill. I can tell right now. You haven't read the bill. You're just making.
Sanjay Jha, I request you now. 1 minute. I'm asking for a ceasefire between the both of you.
Let me ask you
Sanjay,
What,
you
not
have not
everyone-
understood the bill. Forget reading it.
I'm not questioning the bill. I'm questioning your intention. I'm questioning your intention. I'm not questioning the bill.
Acha, 1 minute, please, gentlemen.
You have no intention of getting it
Gentlemen,
passed.
politicians
Don't
in
talk
full
about the
flow.
bill, talk about your intention.
Gentlemen,
talk about your intention.
Gentlemen, politicians in full flow have to be stopped. I am not the verbal equivalent of the Three Gorges Dam of China that I will be able to stop a river in spate. But please let me stop you on a lighter note. 1 minute is all I want. I beseech you. This government said, Meenakshi Lekhi coming to you, this government said, we don't need laws. This government said, you don't need laws, you have enough laws. Right? So Sanjay Jha, as I go to the break, I will quote the Home Minister of India, and you have no answer for this tonight. The Home Minister says, in fact, while talking about the debate on the SC and ST Prevention of Atrocities Act, the Home Minister says, in fact, honourable members will agree with me that adding to the laws does not make the enforcement more effective. It is the implementation of the existing laws with the intention to implement the laws, the will to implement the laws that makes enforcement more of laws effective. We make more and more laws, but if the enforcement is lacked, if the enforcement is poor, then merely adding to the body of laws does not make a difference. This is the Home Minister. On the other side of the news hour tonight, we will have to ask why the Home Minister says one thing one day, and suddenly 2 days from now in Parliament the government says one more thing. Back in 2 minutes, the debate continues on the other side.